Well, Coach, we've had a driving rainstorm make its way through the plains, and it's definitely going to be a factor here this afternoon. Well, Coach, we've had a driving rainstorm make its way through the plains, and it's definitely going to be a factor here this afternoon at Broncos Stadium at Mile High in Denver. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They run. It's Mark Ingram. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 25 yards that time. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Deshaun Hamilton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has, the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week. We're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
On 1st down, it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's going to air it. And that's caught inside the 35. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
You ain't going nowhere.
Back to throw, Watson. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for KC. 55 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. To throw is Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
1st down. 19.
Watson on 1st down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
Undercrush. Two. Black. Hey, zoom. What's that? 52.
2nd and 5 now. Cousins. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, we're good, we're good. Mike, wait the hot. Wait the
Off the play fake, Cousins. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A safety with a sack there, LaMarcus Joyner.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Jamal Williams. 3rd down here.
Let him know. Two. Shoot. Wait the hot.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And that's complete. It's Watson. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 42. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Go.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And his throw here's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. That'll bring up 2nd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10?
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Now Cousins going for it all. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. And this one is right down Broadway. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Tight right. 3 down. 24. 3 down. Check it back.
Throwing on second down. Watson looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
To throw is Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Following the fumble recovery, Watson. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
It's a gain of 5 on the play. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. But it'll be second down.
Second down and 5 yards to go.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
25, check 25, check 25. Check 99.
From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Cousins from the gun on third. Left side, caught by Matthews. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
And Gostkowski, whoa, he missed it. It's no good. Wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Eluding the pressure right. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. Some guys just have a knack for creating turnovers. He's got a little bit of that going. He forced a fumble last week, another one there.
And it just drives teams crazy because they realize that certain guys, as you said, have that knack, and they're trying to keep them away from the action, away from the ball. But the best ones have that overwhelming desire, that overwhelming need to get to the football and make it happen, and that he does.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call. So
following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, here's Watson. Steps away to his left. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Nifty job there on the scramble. Got 12 yards. And now it's 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Kansas City.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs. He'll take a shot for the end zone, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 48 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They go play action. Cousins. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. D. Ford. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. From the 31, Watson. He's going to fire one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
They'll run on first down. Carson. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Watson. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. They come up in an offset eye. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing is Cousins. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
It's a gain of 7.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Ingram's got the first down and more. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Cousins. He hits his target, left side, Watson. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 25-yard line.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Cousins now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Play action now. Cousins. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Returnable for Lockett. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 20-yard line.
Set. 18.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Michael set. Look at the egg. Alert. Check. Line him, go.
On second down and 4, Watson. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
On first down, it's Carson. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Watson off play action. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. Deep ball for Goodwin. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Marquise Goodwin hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Gostkowski the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10th. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now Cousins. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Ingram. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. I'll tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, he tried to get rid of it. Pressure was coming right in his face, and it turned out to be a bad thing.
And it's so easy to be critical of him in that spot. When you have all those people bearing down on you, probably his last thought was just get rid of the ball. Give them what they want. Unfortunately, he gave it to them too well. Picked it off, ran it back for a touchdown.
This fielded at the 2. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now, penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Yeah, this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Well, now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Cousins now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. To throw, Cousins. They go screen. This is Ingram. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Cousins now. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Everson Griffin able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And Matthews has it right side. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Throwing, Cousins. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Greedy Williams, the rookie from LSU.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll run on 1st down. Raymond, and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And Watson's going to throw it here. Left side complete to Lockett. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here's the tap. 19. Okay, double up.
They run it with Carson. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side
He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Marquise Goodwin, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. The point after try for Gostkowski. And the lead is up to 18 now. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now Cousins. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.